Hey folks, as the pandemic continues to rage on, getting progressively worse with no end in sight, it's more important than ever that I avoid contact with others as much as possible. Luckily, I've developed an immaculate defense system that'll help protect me and my virginity. Ain't no civilized person getting in here.
Pokemon Tower Defense is a fan-made flash game made by an amateur game developer named Sam Otero. Actually, if you look at his website, it seems like there might also be a guy named Dan involved, but the messaging is a little unclear. Google indicates that it's called Sam and Dan Games, and the website address is Sam Dan Games, but the homepage just says Sam Make Games, and there's no other mention of Dan's existence to be found. Also, who's Joel? I actually remember playing this game in an old friend's house when I was a little kid, and yep, you can tell this was made a decade ago. Yeah, I think that ship has sailed, pal. The game opens in typical Pokemon fashion by meeting Professor Oak in a lab, picking your starter, and never capitalizing the word Pokemon. Meanwhile, some Team Rocket goons hypnotize a bunch of Rattata and command them to steal candy? Yeah, rare candy in this game functions as the tower that you have to defend from these apparently brainwashed Pokemon. You place your Pokemon in predetermined spaces on the battlefield where they'll use their arsenal of moves to stop the incoming waves of Pokemon hordes. The game actually does a pretty good job of incorporating traditional Pokemon mechanics in a way that makes sense with the genre. Defeating Pokemon gets you experience and money, which allows you to level up your party and learn new moves. The variety of moves gives you more options for real-time strategizing. Proper management of your party, including where they're placed on the battlefield, what roles each party member has, and how you adapt and respond to what's happening on screen are crucial to victory. So we finish up our first battle at the lab and meet Gary, whom Professor Oak sends off to find Ash because this place apparently doesn't have a functioning police force. Meanwhile, Team Rocket hypnotizes some more Pokemon along with youngster Joey, cueing a showdown on Route 1. Joey thankfully snaps out of his trance after you win the battle, and you two decide to team up. After another battle on Route 2, you make it to Viridian Forest, whereupon Joey gets kidnapped by a Beedrill. I'm not making that up. I actually lost this fight a couple of times, which was really surprising as I didn't anticipate actually having to use my brain in this game. But after a bit of grinding and some adjustments to my battle strategy, I was able to overcome this steep obstacle at last. Our next stop is the Pewter City Gym, where some really important exposition happens. Team Rocket has taken Joey captive, and Brock is evil for some reason. They take the candy to the gym where they carry out their evil scheme to level up Onix? Yeah, I'm not sure I'm really following the plot here. What's the villain's end goal? What are they trying to achieve? World domination? Capturing a legendary Pokemon? Paying off some hookers? Nope, just leveling up Onix. You hear a voice while you are sleeping. Mewtwo. Mewtwo is here. Why do they even need me? Well, after being teleported into the gym, we easily defeat Brock and Luigi with basic type matchups. We then find out Brock wasn't really evil and just wanted to level up his Onix to rescue his family, whoever they are, and that the Team Rocket goons are actually Jesse and James. Couldn't you tell? Joey is freed, and Jesse and James challenge Brock to a battle. Brock bowls them to death, and we're off to Route 3. It was at this point that I realized this entire game is just seriously, you just sit there and watch your Pokemon spam the same attack over and over for 30 fucking waves. There's no challenge here. Real-time strategy and decision-making can be helpful if you want them to be, but really if you're ever stuck, the best solution is to just keep grinding over and over until your Pokemon are a high enough level. All the while, you're getting your ears blasted by the same Gen 1 battle music that doesn't even fucking loop properly. And don't even get me started on the plot.
So there you have it, a game that started out with some actual promise to it but lost steam pretty quickly. I think Pokemon Tower Defense could have been quite good if it weren't bad, but as it stands it'll go down as a quirky little fan game with an interesting premise that ultimately fell short of its potential. It's like having a child and thinking of the boundless possibilities for what they could become, and then 18 years later they grow up to be a gaming YouTuber. Wait.